Good morning, everyone. Faisal Khamisa here with you inside the Sportsnet studio. The 52nd U Sport Football Championship, the Vanier Cup, is set for this Saturday between Laval and Calgary. It's a historic matchup, and let's get you set for it right now by sending you to the host of the game, Hamilton.
With a pass. Intercepted by White for the Blue. A good return, and the varsity fans are wet, but they're happy. But Bradley intercepts. The day becomes a little darker for the Toronto team. A 58-yard touchdown run by the Western Intercollegiate All-Star. 1965, the year of the double win. Will kick off, and the 1982 Vanier Cup is about to be written in the record book. Yes, sir. Leads it there, bubbled, and simply outrun the defender. A record-setting 57 yards.
With a 25-yard scoring pass to give Calgary a 27-21 lead.
Sykes with time. He just drops over there, and then he flashes in front of him. He's got the speed to do it. Now he comes back inside and a good return.
Example of how it's going to be on Saturday. Welcome everyone to Tim Hortons Field for the 52nd ArcelorMittal Dofasco, Vanier Cup Meet the Teams Press Conference. Bienvenue à cette rencontre des équipes dans le cadre de la 52e présentation de la Coupe Vanier ArcelorMittal Dofasco. J'inviterai maintenant les personnes suivantes à se présenter sur la scène, s'il vous plaît. It's now my pleasure to introduce Glenn Constantin and also Hugo Richard. Please step on stage. From the Laval University's Rouge et Or, and also Calgary Dinos, Wayne Harris Jr. and Jimmy Underdahl to please come on stage. It is now my pleasure to introduce Mr. Graham Brown, CEO at ArcelorMittal Dofasco. Mr. Brown, please.
Thank you, everyone. Paul, that's very nice of you to give me that pay raise and that. Thank you. Gentlemen, congratulations. Wayne and Glenn, awesome season you've both had. On behalf of U Sports Canada, I'd like to welcome everybody a great deal of effort has gone in to make this year's Vanier Cup, the 52nd Vanier Cup, arguably one of the best matchups that you could have hoped for in this year based on your records. And with everybody in the community, it goes without say that when you have a city like Hamilton and a community like Hamilton behind you, we're really excited for what Saturday's going to bring. So on behalf of Youth Sports Canada, our board of directors, our 56 universities, 12,000 student athletes, thank you everybody for being here. I would like to now invite Tony to please come up. Tony from ArcelorMittal Dofasco will say a few words. Thank you.
Thanks, Graham. It's certainly a pleasure to be here representing the 5,400 employees at ArcelorMittal Dofasco. Congratulations to both of the teams for making it to the Vanier Cup. I know it'll be an extraordinary game on Saturday. This is our 4th season with youth sports and our 2nd Vanier Cup. Always believed that our partnership with youth sports is a natural one. To the players, as an organization, we strive to attract the very best talent, and I know that the combination of athletics and academics is absolutely key in ensuring that the kind of people that we to attract to our organization excel and exceed and continuously look to break through barriers. And I know your whole season was about breaking through and getting to that next level and that desire and determination. And so congratulations. Not only are you a success in your athletics, but certainly the experience that you're having is certainly going to hold you in good stead as you look to build your career beyond university. So congratulations. On behalf of everyone at Dofasco, again, congratulations to both the University of Calgary and Laval University. I know that Saturday will be exceptional, and I look forward to it. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Villari. Now we're going to look at a short video on the 2016 highlights from the Laval's Rouge et Or. I have a few questions for Coach Constantin, then afterwards to Hugo Richard. Coach, you've been here before with more experienced teams. This year you have a team with a lot of rookies in the lineup. So how different is it to prepare them?
Oh, you know what? There's no pressure. They don't really know that they don't know right now. They're just young and they just the expectation on our program is sometimes surreal, and you got to shield the kids from that. But like we lost 15 stars from last year, so the expectations were low, and they kept on growing every week, and we just see a team mature, and obviously Hamilton's been a great town for us, a great city for us, where we have great memories here, and we're very grateful to be back here.
Good. And year after year, Laval has always had very competitive teams. How can you explain this?
A big part of it, I think, is the stability of our coaching staff and our program, and the grassroots level of CEGEP football in our province. It's very good. The kids come up to the university level, and they're very well coached. They're mature, and they just continue the process. But it's a grassroots program, and in the schools that make us a better prepared university football team.
Good. Thanks, Coach. Hugo, this is your 3rd year as a quarterback. What has been your main improvement through these 2 preceding years?
I guess it's the way I deal with the game. Sometimes it's hard not to make harsh decisions during game time, but it's to control and be sure that all the guys around me are focused on the same thing as I am, and move forward in that.
Probably control your emotions a lot better?
Yeah, that's been a big progress, especially since last year. I've had a lot of trouble with that in my first year, not necessarily as a bad thing always, but sometimes it would take my focus out of what's at hand and what we need to do as a team.
And last week at UTech Bowl, you said you had played probably your best game. How can you improve on that next Saturday?
Obviously, there's always things to improve, whether it's technically or strategically. In a football game, we've played very well as a team and we've moved the ball in different phases, but there were still mistakes that were made, whether it was on the offensive line or me, and it's for sure to always look at those mistakes objectively and be sure to improve on those.
Thank you very much. Thank you, gentlemen. And now we'll have a short video on the Dinos 2016 highlights. So, questions for coach and quarterback. Coach Harris, you've been here as an assistant coach before. Now you're head coach. How different is it?
Well, mostly in all the organizational tasks that come along with it, it's more on the administrative side. In terms of the football preparation, it stays the same. You still need to make sure you don't get distracted by all of the other things that are happening around this type of big game, the Vanier Cup. So,
okay. And UBC won it last year. Is there any additional pressure to bring back the Cup a second year in a row to Western Canada?
Well, pressure is just what you place upon yourself. Everybody has set goals for themselves, and it's a matter of working through what we've demonstrated this year, and just in terms of trying to achieve your goals and not changing your plan, but just doing the things that you build into your routines, and just making sure you're well prepared.
Thank you, Coach. Jimmy, it's been a roller coaster ride for you this year with a knee injury. You came in late in the season. How difficult was it to deal with that?
It was extremely difficult for me because I think the hardest part was just not being able to contribute on the field. One thing that Coach Harris really preaches is that we're all a family. And, it was really hard for me to, play with these guys for a majority of the year and then not be able to contribute, when it counted. And I'm just so happy to be back and able to contribute once again.
Good. And this will be your last game on Saturday.
Yes.
How do you approach it? Must be very emotional.
It is. I've been on this team a long time, and, this is how I'd want my career to end, playing in the national championship. I can't think of, any better way. It's my last game. It's time to, leave it all out there on the field.
Good. Thank you very much, gentlemen. We'll now field a few questions from the floor, but afterwards there will be a one-on-one session afterwards. So do we have a few questions for these gentlemen? No? Yes, go ahead.
This is for Coach Harris. You guys are 0-4 in Vanier Cups against Laval. What needs to change for you guys to get that first victory?
Well, we'll have to score more points than them to start with, but really, they're a great program, and they attack in all three phases of the game: offense, defense, and special teams, and you got to be able to match the intensity that they bring to the field, and just stay sound and take advantage of the opportunities that you get in a game, because they're not going to give you a lot. So if we're able to do that, then we'll have success. If not, that's the way the game is. In a national championship, you just never know what will happen.
Yes, sir.
Guys, last week for both from Calgary, watching the broadcast, and we had Andrew Buckley on the sidelines, and he was talking about how his heart was breaking for you because you had backed him up and waited for your chance, and you weren't going to be able to play. And then suddenly, second half begins, and there's a smile on the coach's face at that point, and you're in the game. Could you take us through that decision process and whether it was, if the game was out of reach, that you might have held him out in the second half?
You want to go?
No, you got it, Coach.
Well, we had a plan in place to play Jimmy at some point in time in the game. It was just a matter of when we were going to insert him into the game. Adam has done a great job filling in, and Adam had been playing very well through the first half. Jimmy's leadership with our program and the enthusiasm he brings to our bench, I think that really gave us a spark there in the second half, and it was a tough battle in that game, and Jimmy came in and performed right away. So.
Yes, I had been told that I was going to play, but like Coach Harris said, it was just a matter of when. So, yeah.
Yes, sir.
Just ask you what the program at Laval, the kids growing up playing football in Quebec, what does that mean?
Honestly, I don't really have the answer, as I have not grown up in Quebec City. But I was from Montreal, and obviously, even though I was from a small program in my hometown, I have heard about the success that Laval was having. I remember as a kid, I was totally telling my parents I wanted to go to the same CEGEP they went, and then I wanted to go to Laval. Obviously, when I got to CEGEP, that changed because you get recruited, you know a bit more about the game. But in the end, it was a good choice for me, and just the way the coaches do things at Laval is very appealing, and having lived it for the past 3 years, I really don't regret anything, and I think it was the best choice for me as a football player and as a person.
Coach Laval, puis Hugo aussi. Quel gros était la victoire contre Montréal pour être ici maintenant?
Comment gros?
Oui, comme motivation.
Motivation. Je pense qu'à chaque fois qu'on joue contre l'Université de Montréal, tout le monde connaît la rivalité. Non seulement c'est vraiment une guerre de recrutement, c'est aussi c'est la porte au carré d'as, donc c'est très important. People understand that in our province, the rivalry between Montreal and the University of Montreal and University of Laval is great. It's nothing like it, I think, anyways, in Canada. But it's also a door to the national semi, so it's very important to beat a very, very good, physical, sound football team. It really prepares you, and you grow in confidence as you move along.
Glenn, l'an dernier, au même moment, la Coupe Vanier, Blake Neal et Danny Machocha se sont serrés la main, se sont serrés dans leurs bras. Il y avait une belle amitié entre les deux. J'ai envie que tu me parles de Wayne Harris. Est-ce que tu l'avais déjà rencontré par le passé? Et la relation un peu aujourd'hui entre les deux entraîneurs, j'imagine qu'elle est différente de celle de l'an dernier.
Oui, c'est un peu différent. Quand on a affronté l'Université de Calgary dans le passé, ce n'était pas Coach Harris qui était l'entraîneur-chef, donc on a eu des fréquentations, mais peut-être pas au même niveau que j'ai les entraîneurs-chefs. Tout le temps respecté Coach Harris quand ils sont venus jouer dans les matchs préparatoires à Québec. Il fait encore un très, très bon travail avec son équipe. Je le félicite d'ailleurs. The question was, how was the relationship between me and Coach Harris? We don't know each other that much because of I kind of dealt with the head coach, the prior head coach in the past. We've spoken several times in the preseason games in the past, and got ultimate respect for him, his program, and obviously to take over that program, it takes great leadership, and I commend them on it. Congratulations on it.
I'll ask you the same question. What do you have to say about Glenn?
Well, they've been successful for a reason, and it's the leadership that's been installed there, and what Coach Constantine has been able to do in retaining a good football staff and recruiting the top athletes from Quebec, and he's just done an outstanding job of developing those players. And we talk about that a lot along the way as well. It's not just getting good players, but how do you develop them once you get them into your system? And they run they run great systems, and they're very disciplined at how they execute that, and that's the reason for their success.
Good, so we'll leave it at that for now, and there'll be a photo op and also Scrum one-on-one interviews. Thank you, everyone. Good luck to both teams on Saturday, and we'll see you back here on Saturday for the ArcelorMittal Dofasco Vanier Cup. Alors, merci beaucoup à tout le monde. Bonne chance aux deux équipes. Et on se revoit ici samedi pour la Coupe Vanier ArcelorMittal Dofasco. Merci beaucoup tout le monde. Thank you.
All right, as the two teams get set for a photo op, it officially wraps up the speaking. We will return following a quick break and join Tim McAuliffe, who's set to call the game on Saturday.